Just to give you some background, I'm Lauren Berry and I do the PR marketing for Tower Garden. So you are our first IGTV segment for in honor of National
Okay.
Nutrition Month. So all of our questions, that we'll be asking
Awesome.
you is just about your role within the world of nutrition, kind of what led you into that field, the importance of healthy eating and eating fresh veggies, and then kind of how that ties into Tower Garden. We'll kick off with what first made you want to become a nutritionist?
Honestly, it was my own health. So there was a time when I was pre-diabetic, overweight, and I knew that I had to change. And I thought, well, I need to study food and nutrition. And then that opened up a world for me. So initially, I just wanted to help myself and my family. And then it allowed me to start helping other people. So it was my own personal transformation.
Oh, I love that. Health and wellness is so important to me. So it's nice to connect with someone else about that. So what are some common misconceptions that people have about nutrition?
People think healthy food can't taste good,
Mhm.
or that it's not convenient, that it'll take too long to make. And I'm like, no, y'all don't get it. It can be amazing. Amazing. So that's what it is. People think healthy,
I totally get that. So with people having, those common misconceptions about nutrition, we're kind of seeing right now that obesity rates are, at some of the highest that they've ever been. What do you have any worry about what the future kind of looks like?
Yeah, I do. I think about our children. So that's a problem. When you have unhealthy youth, you're going to have an unhealthy society with unhealthy adults. And I feel like health is tied to happiness. So if you're not healthy and you're not vibrant and thriving, how are you going to live your best life? So what is the future going to look like if people are overweight, unhappy, and just not at their best? What will that do for our society? So that's the worry, is that people don't get it. You have to be healthy to live.
So to
And
some of those people that may not know as much about healthy food and healthy living, and they may be scared to try vegetables or not like vegetables, what kind of advice do you have for getting them to incorporate more vegetables into their everyday meals and try something new?
well, start slow, right? So what I tell people is, just if they don't, because a lot of people don't eat vegetables, or they think that vegetables are nasty, or people have a lot of thoughts. They'll say, I don't like vegetables. I'm like, have you tried all of them? You don't like any of them? They're like, no, I don't like them. And so they don't like the ones maybe that they're accustomed to, they haven't been prepared right, or to their liking. So to take baby steps, I just say something simple, and people might say they don't like this either, but add a small salad before your major meal, and then make the salad bigger and bigger, and add in things in the salad that you like. There's so many different vegetables. Like, seriously, I didn't know I liked bok choy until I started growing it. Yeah, I started growing it. I'm like, well, I'm growing it, I need to eat it. That's another thing. If you grow it, you'll eat it.
So then
Yeah.
in terms of like growing fresh fruits and vegetables, why do you think having access to like those fresh fruits and veggies like on a Tower Garden like helps to maintain a healthy lifestyle?
Because it's easy. Like, it's easy. It's right there. Like, if you have a whole farmer's market right in your backyard or in your kitchen, it's very easy to get. And when something is easy, then you use it.
With Tower Garden, everyone's a professional gardener.
And I'm telling you, I did not have a green thumb. I didn't, and I still don't, but I'm able to grow.
What are you currently growing?
So we have right now, we have cauliflower, we have broccoli, we have spinach. I'm thinking while I'm talking.
Yum.
We have some things I don't even know what I planted, because I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure that out. We have edible flowers. We have green onions. We have chard. We have a lot of different things. And that was our winter. So we're going to go into spring and replant. So yeah, I have a 15-year-old, and what I find is that she's very much involved. We started growing when she was 11, and she's very committed to cooking what we grow. It's a wonderful way to involve your children and into the healthy lifestyle. And again, because it's right there. She eats it.
What are some of the nutritional benefits of like having a tower garden on hand versus, you know, the transportation time that it takes to get from produce to go from wherever it's grown to the store?
So when you have produce in the store, it is usually not picked vine ripened. So when it's sitting there, it's not full of all of the nutrients that you would want your body needs, which is why as a nation, we're very nutrient deficient, because what we're eating out of the store is just not what our bodies need in its entirety. So when you have the food on the tower, you know where it's coming from, you know what's been put on it. And when you attach that produce from the root or the vine or whatever from the tower, it's very highly nutrient dense. Your produce from your tower is fresh. So it's not designed to last forever and ever and ever. And we know that. We get fresh produce and our bodies need that.
Do you have a certain situation that you can recall where you've been personally impacted by like bettering someone's life through nutrition?
For a long time, I worked with people one-on-one, and they come, you know, in this way, and then they don't always leave me, but as we work together, what I know and what they know is that food will either kill you or keep you alive, right? So the illnesses and diseases we face are due in part to what you put in your mouth or what you don't put in your mouth. So as far as the transformation and looking at what they're eating and making the shifts, small or large, depending on who they are, it's very transformative. Plant foods really do heal the body. All the time, I'm able to help people transform if they allow to make those changes. Sometimes, again, they're willing to do it a wholehearted, a big sweeping change. Sometimes they need to do baby steps. But if we get that produce in, the body responds. So transformations all the time.
Is it hard for people with so many different type of facts and information constantly being thrown out there about like different diets and stuff? Is there something that we need to sort of stick to, or is there any sort of, you know, stuff we need to avoid? Because it seems like every year, every other year, there's some new diet or fad out there of what we need to be doing, and it gets kind of confusing.
Yeah, I'll give it to you real simple, honestly. So there's a couple of things. You don't want to put more into your body than your body can burn or use, right? So, but your body does need a certain amount of nutrition every day. So if you're doing not enough nutrition, your pounds will come off, but you're nutrient deficient. Mm-hmm. So my rule of thumb is to have carbohydrates at 1 or 2 meals, flood your body with plants, and if you do protein, 5 to 7 ounces, and it's about balance. It honestly is. It's not about anything of a fad, because there's always going to be fads, and people like to try the latest and the greatest. And always, when you have more plants on your plate, there's no fad. It's never going out of style. So there's this balance.
Our final question for you is kind of what advice you have to others that are just starting their wellness journey. I know it can be kind of intimidating and scary at first.
Have a goal and do baby steps. So you do that to get started with it. Yep.
Well, yay. We really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Is there a way that our followers can kind of keep up with you on any sort of channel?
So I'm on Instagram. My handle is at Nessie Nutri, NESSYNUTRI,
Awesome.
At Nessie Nutri. And yeah, we talk only about tower there. So.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this, Robin. It's been so nice to talk to you. It's nice to connect with people in this way and in different, different professions and just all over. So it's been so nice to chat with you.